about ourselves, my company that I founded 4 years ago, Pure Agency, we are 100% dedicated to mobile and tablets. Now we hire 50 people in Paris, in London, and also we have an IT development center in Belgrade, in Serbia. And the reason why I'm here today is that we will try to establish in Moscow this year, certainly in the first semester of this year. And to resume to summarize what is our job, first of all, we help brands to establish on mobile by creating business plans for them. We help them to define the strategies, we make the prototypes, and it's very important on the mobiles that you begin by a prototype phases that help to have focus group with your customers. It's also very helpful with management that can evaluate the relevancy of what you make. Second part of our mission is to develop. So we have IT experts and also designers for mobile and tablets. And in the last 4 years, we made more than 100 sites and mobile apps for the brands. And the third part of our missions is mobile marketing. And in this part, we help the brands to have a huge volume of traffic. And the problem on mobile is this traffic qualified? That's why we have developed a tool, the name is Pure ROI, that helps the brands to measure the origin of the traffic and the cost for each download or each purchaser that they can meet on the mobile. We help some of the major brands in France and more pan-European. As an example, we work with Leroy Merlin, which is a very big French brand dedicated to the do-it-yourself industry, and that is now established in Russia. And we also work for Metro Cash and Carry, which is a global brand. I saw during this conference that a lot of you were playing either with a smartphone or tablet. Do you have any idea of how many times a day you interact with your smartphone? Does anyone want to answer this question?
100 times.
Too many.
Too many. Okay. Hundreds. Okay. Certainly that is in this audience, which is very digital, it's hundreds, maybe 1,000 times. But as an average, the average is 150 times a day you go to the internet using your mobile, which can be quite dangerous if you try to update your status on VK on Facebook while you're walking in the streets, of course, and especially in Moscow, I say. This is really a phenomenon, and this goes so fast that all the big predictions tell that in 2014 there will be more people using the internet through the smartphone than through the computer. That's why all the brands have to redefine totally the strategies taking in account this emergency of mobile. And in Russia, it was really a great surprise for me in the last months when I began studying a market. You are the second market in the world in terms of internet. And the average level of consumption in the world is quite different here. People use 3 times bigger. People use the internet 3 times bigger than on the desktop. And in terms of shopping, it seems that you have one of the highest rates of consumption to the mobile, with more than 60% of smartphone users that already shopped using the smartphone. Of course, the phenomenon is very concentrated on Moscow area, with 40% of the consumption coming from your region. And I will focus more on the m-commerce capabilities that you can develop from mobile or from tablet too. First of all, I would like to define what I have in mind. Either you can sell and send through post office products to the customer, and it's what we call m-commerce. It's the equivalent of e-commerce. And also through the mobile, you can generate traffic to offline stores, or helping the customers to into the stores using the mobile as a shopping assistant. In the last year, in Europe, the revenues were 3 billion, which means that more than 24% of the internet traffic went from for e-commerce and e-commerce sites went from mobile. And these revenues in Europe are quite significant, but when we compare the figures of the biggest actors in the States, it's nothing. Just looking at eBay, eBay made 12 billion euros revenues in the last year coming from the mobile, which is more than double the figures from the year before. Very often, people ask us, should we have a mobile site or a mobile app? I will try to answer this question in a simple way. I would say that mobile sites are business as usual. You already have your website. Your website is very dependent either on Google, either on Yandex. You spend a lot of advertising on these sites. And all the SEO issues are very important for you. With the shift of usage, if you are not on the mobile, you will disappear from the landscape. That's why you need to have your mobile site. I would say that the mobile site is the entry door, entry gate to be mobile, but you cannot expect to have a huge level of engagement from the customers through the mobile sites. But it's just necessary. Apps are not the best way to recruit new customers on the mobile, but they are really the best way to engage your customers. There is this phenomenon of the app stores, which is a very good way to launch your app, but after it will be much more about CRM and how you can use your app to produce alerts to the customers and to deliver the best level of service using very native features from the smartphone as geolocalization, augmented reality, and all that you can have through these devices. I would like to focus on concrete cases now. And in terms of commerce, what is in your idea the number one, the best-in-class merchant in the world in terms of mobile commerce? Which one would you say? No? No idea? Okay. Back in the web, it's Amazon.com. For the rest of the world, yeah, it's Ozone, I think. And Amazon adapted totally its strategy for mobile. Worldwide, now they have more than 150 people that are totally dedicated to this topic. And you know, there are millions and millions of products on Amazon. They have defined a new algorithm of search. And the search does not produce the same results when you look for a product on mobile or if you look for a product on the web. Why? Because they realize that the people do not look for the same thing using the smartphone or using the web. With the smartphone, they want to go straight to the point, to have a short list of results, while on the web, they want to have a long list of results and more inspirational results. And Amazon decided to adapt its strategy differently on the devices. On the mobile, it's very simple. For me, it's one of the most basic mobile merchant service that you can use. While, as an example on the tablet, it's very inspirational. It means I should advise you to download this iPad or also Android app, which name is Amazon Windows Shop. Amazon Windows Shop. You can go very deep into the catalog just with your fingers. You can do it this way, in any way you want, and you will have an unlimited list of products that will appear. While on the mobile, the results will be very, very short. And another specificity of Amazon is the one-click purchase. The conversion rate using the mobile is 2 times bigger than the conversion rate that they observed on the web. Because people accepted to let their credit card number, it's encrypted and it's not in the mobile, it's of course in the back office of Amazon. And you look for a product, you find it, you push one time, you receive it at home. It's just incredible. So now, I will never use any more Amazon on the web. For me, it's very fast, very direct. I just have to push one button one time, and I receive the product at home. How many of you know about responsive design? So, basically, for the other, responsive design is a new way of designing web or designing emails. The idea is instead of creating specific sites for mobile, you will adapt all of your HTML code to automatically readapt to the size of the screen. In the same HTML code, just by enlarging the screen, will appear new pictures, longer text, things like that. The very first step of your strategy when you want to go to the mobile should be to adapt your emails. I think that in this room, there are companies that are millions of customers that are subscribers to the newsletters, and most of the time, the emails are not adapted. And this is the first vision of your brand that have your customers. So here is an example of a very big company in France, SNCF, it's a national railway, 20 million customers to the newsletter. When it's open through a mobile, you can see on the right, it is not adapted and you cannot read anything. It's quite complex to read it. This is another example that we imagine for Europetsky Center in Moscow. It's exactly the same HTML code, but when you open the email through the mobile, everything will be minimized with bigger text and only a big picture in the middle of the screen, so it's quite easy to read it. This is very easy to do. It's not complex strategy, and this should be the first step of your presence on the mobile. Then after, you can also do it with your site. Not with a specific site, you can see it with a big French mobile operator, the equivalent of MTS here in Russia. And with the same HTML code, there is a very good adaptation from one screen to the other. If you already launch a mobile app, one of the main features that you should focus on is push notifications. Who does not know in the room what is push notification? Everybody knows, so you already received a lot of them. I would say basically that it's like SMS. It's an alert message that you can send while your application is down, and that will permit to reopen conversation with the customer. And it is absolutely free. Using either the Apple capabilities, IT capabilities, either Google Android capabilities, you can send messages to all of your customers through this new channel. The only cost that you will have will be your own infrastructure in terms of IT, and maybe the services of agencies that will help you to have CRM approach for that. And it's very efficient because you can decide to use any of your CRM criteria to send these messages. I will give you an example with Leroy Merlin in France. We automatically send message to people as soon as the product they wanted for is available into a store. So it's a very good way to have a very personalized communication with your audience. In terms of applications that you can have with the mobile in the sector of retail, there are a few good examples. Who knows about Passbook? What is Passbook? Yeah? So, yes, I'll show you. Passbook is a very intelligent feature that has been invented by Apple, and it's available on all the iPhones. Up to now, it's only on the iPhones, and this is a native application, very well done, that permits to integrate directly into the phone all loyalty cards from your customers, digitalized, also M-couponings and M-ticketings. As an example, one customer from British Airways that will buy a ticket will have automatically his ticket with a capability to change if the flight is delayed, natively in the iPhone. And what is intelligent in the system is that the Passbook is alive. That means that is any information change, you can decide to make the phone ring. You can decide to have a full screen message on the top of the screen. And also, you can use geolocalization to launch these Passbooks. Here is an example with Camaïeu retail store. I don't know if Camaïeu is already in Russia. It's the biggest women closest retail store in chain in France. And what we've done for them is that we sent emails to all of their customers. These emails were responsive. Inside the emails there was just a link. Click on that and we will add the passbook to your iPhone. So the customers were clicking. In 1 second the passbook appeared into the iPhone. And while the customers were walking after into the streets, if they were less than 50 meters from a Camaïeu store, the phone was ringing, the passbook coupon was appearing, and as soon as they entered into the store, the coupon turned with a barcode appearing, and this barcode could be flashed directly into the salespeople into the store. So the idea was to offer a discount, of course, but you can have a lot of specific strategies, either in terms of services, either in terms of discounts. And the level of results that you can expect from this operation is just incredible. From what I've seen, it's the first time since 15 years that you can measure the response rate from digital to stores. So there are a lot of applications with this passbook. Also, of course, the mobile is a very good way to help the customer while they are in the stores. And here is the example that we developed with Leroy Merlin in France. We worked on this application that permits the customer to know the availability of all products into the stores, and also while they are walking into the store, they can go and flash directly any product. We integrated into the application a technology that permits to recognize all the objects. With this technology, we recognize all the unique attributes of, I don't know, what is the word in English? Hammer as an example. And we will make appear on the screen the detailed display of the product with all the reviews of other customers. And it's possible to ask for a salesperson to come and give other advices just clicking on the phone. So the phone will say, I am here in this area of the store, please come and help me if I need. This is very possible to do that. We use Wi-Fi technology, or because sometimes there is so much metal into these big stores that it's quite difficult to connect with 3G. But now this kind of strategy is possible to operate. Also, the scanning works, of course, with the catalog. I cannot go to the next slide, please. Okay. That's a computer that is blocked. And we made the same integration as IKEA made with the catalog. On any page of the Leroy Merlin catalog, you can go with your screen, and using augmented reality, it will automatically launch videos that will explain more about the products. So manuals, the best way to use this or these products are very well explained using these videos while you just pass your smartphone upon the catalog. Another interesting example is with Disneyland Paris. We developed this app 3 years ago, and now it's used by more than 10,000 to 12,000 people a day. This app answers a very big issue for all the guests in the park, which is how long will I have to wait if I want to go to Space Mountain or another attraction. And sometimes the queues can be quite long at Disneyland. So using augmented reality, you can know with the app what is the best way to organize your journey in the park. And also there is another feature very interesting, which is that you will receive push notifications that will permit you to have discounts. And Disneyland uses this app to manage the traffic at different hours of the day. At 11 in the morning, you will receive discounts to go earlier to restaurants instead of going with all the crowd 1 hour and a half after. And of course, at the end of the day, they will bring you to the shops. And they enter into a very personalized strategies because the people that have the loyalty card of Disneyland will have special benefits with the app. And we measured at the exit of the park the level of satisfaction of the guest. And the results were that people using the app were 10 points higher in satisfaction than the people that did not have the app, which is a very good result. Have you already launched any project on tablets for your customers? Yes, always the same. We have to discuss. And in the States, it's just crazy. Last Black Friday, that they organized this big day where there is a 50% discount on quite every shop in the United States. 10% of online purchases came from iPad. So iPad is really a huge phenomenon there. What I've seen from my days in Moscow this last week is that I've seen a lot of people in the subways that use the iPad already. And I expect that it is already a big part of the traffic that you can have on your sites. In France, the figure is that the traffic coming from the iPad is 10% of the global traffic. And comparing to the smartphone traffic, it's lower, but there is a better conversion rate. It was the best practices that you could expect from tablets. In UK, Burberry decided into its store to equip all of its salespeople with iPad. And what they do is that instead of just going and discuss with the customer, they go, begin the conversation, and then show the best way to wear such or such clothes, which is quite interesting. And then after, they will let the tablet to the customer that can decide to take time, so it can stay 20 minutes with the tablet, explore all the world of Burberry, and then come back to sell people with his personal wish list. And it seems that people were really happy with this experience, that is an open way to enrich the conversation between salespeople and the customers. Another best-in-class example is Net-a-Porter. Net-a-Porter is an incredible company. It's a luxury distributor of clothes in the UK, and they succeed on the web and through the tablets in selling very incredible prices. The average basket of Net-a-Porter is 5,000 euros, and the people enter into the application not with the usual way of catalogs, list and product displays, and then you have to click and you add to the basket. They use videos mainly. You enter into a long list of pictures, videos, text. It looks more like fancy or like a blog than like e-commerce, usual e-commerce sites, and it's totally use all the capabilities of the tablet to be immersive, to be inspirational. So the best advice that we could give using the tablets is don't try to be very practical, but use images, be immersive, help the customer to enter into the universe of your brand. And the results will be at least as good as the ones that you can have on the web, and people will stay longer than on your website, and you will have better conversion rates than on the usual web. To finish my presentation, I would like to say that mobile is, on a technology point of view, something complicated to measure. So if you make your application, you make your mobile site, and you don't equip with all the capability to track the results, then 1 year after, you will say, okay, we were innovators, but we don't have any return on experience, and we don't have any return on investments, mainly. So now there are several ways to measure the return on investment and the path of your customers on the mobile. And from the very beginning of your project, you should consider these issues, because tracking is something very tricky on the mobile and on the tablets. So think from the beginning to use tools like Pure ROI, which will permit you to analyze the return on investment and then after to accelerate your growth from the mobile. Thank you to all.